Hey there, fellow trader. Cecil Robles here, and welcome to the Forex Trade of the day. I wanted to give you my idea for a good trade that I see setting up here on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart right now. As you can see, I've got some zones in here. These are basically the market structure zones or support and resistance zones, whatever you want to call them. But understanding market structure is probably one of the greatest things that you can do to help your trading as a newbie. So up here, obviously, you can see this zone, which is a very strong resistance zone at this particular point. You can see how many times the market has bounced up against this particular zone, which started way back here on July the 2nd. You can see that right there, that high formed. And you can see that it's bounced inside of this zone a number of times and has failed every time. Then we came down here into a pretty strong support zone. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces into this particular area and out again. And then finally, price did trade through here and break down. That obviously now becomes resistance. Support always becomes resistance. So now we're coming back into this particular zone. You can also see another smaller zone down here, which is just formed as a pretty decent support zone on the daily chart as well. So now what we're looking to do is trade within this particular zone. So my idea here is that we're going to see probably some sideways movement or some sideways action here as price trades into this zone, tests this area, probably trades back down out of it and again back into it, and before it finally has an overall direction here of the actual trend. Right now we're kind of in between trend here on this particular chart. We started to downtrend, now we're trading back up into this middle range here. So just a very simple trade here for a swing trade is what we're looking at, and that's to short the market somewhere in here. We have the best opportunity because we're trading into a resistance area. So price has a good opportunity of being resisted here in this area and falling back down into some of these other structure support areas on the 4-hour chart. So this is more of a swing trade. It's a swing style trade. So my idea here is to short this market in this particular zone and to initially ride it down. And we can just pull a simple fib retracement here from high to low or wherever the high ends up being. But right now, this is the high point. So we can draw a simple retracement. We can target the 618 and then all the way back down to the 100 to this 107.28 area on the New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. And that's probably going to be a pretty good trade there. That would give us, even right now, if we took this trade with a short with our stops above the zone high somewhere up here, our entry point right around here somewhere, you can see if we take a short position what our reward to risk ratio is. So our entry here,
it's
stop
6
there,
o'clock.
initial target down here, or you can put the initial target at the 786 level, and that would give you a 1.78 to 1 reward to risk ratio. Or you can wait for the trade to trade up a little bit more, give you some kind of a reversal signal up in here, and then go short, target the 786 or the 618 area there. And we're still getting a pretty decent reward to risk ratio when we do that. If price does fall all the way back down and retest this area, then that would be awesome as well. There's a couple of different ways you can manage that trade. But this gives you an idea here to start to look for something in the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So that's the Forex Trade of the day. Traders, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.